Good morning, everybody. It is 8 o'clock. It is February 5th. February 5th. Today I got to do a little early. Got to take my daughter to the bus this morning. All right. So, yesterday we pushed higher. Right? We pushed higher. But then AMD and Google reported earnings. Okay. Google's CapEx and AMD missed some data center numbers, I believe, and they are down. Our market isn't that far down because AMD is not really going to move the market, but Google or Alphabet would. So that's what's going on today. Now today, not too big of earnings today. Um, got some data coming out at 9:45 and 10 a.m. today, so be on the lookout for that. ADP employment change, I believe, comes out at 8:15. So sometimes that moves the market. But you know what? Without further ado, let's get into this. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the markets along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, and the most share price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day, the previous day. That's my edge. It's how I look at markets. All right. Hopefully, I can impart some of this wisdom on you and see why my levels get reactions, right? That's why, or I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't use them at all. Okay. Now, hopefully, you guys can subscribe, set an alert. That would be amazing, right? If you do enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up, smash that like button. That would be amazing too. Now, today, every day, I give you a recap of the markets, the news, economic calendar, earnings if there are, upgrade, downgrades, the leaders and the laggards, right? Basically, general story of the markets, and I give you trades, long and short trade scenarios, and then when the market opens, if it lines up with what I want to see, then I go long or short and put risk on, right? And then if that trade is educational, I'll make a video and I'll upload it to my YouTube Shorts as well as my X account at Gonzo719. Find me on TikTok at Gonzo719Trader. All right, and getting to be my favorite thing is my new Discord server, Confluence Trading. Please join that. That's on the YouTube, my YouTube homepage. Okay, check the link, join the community. Right, I go live every day, give my insights, have a lot more interaction with me. So please join that. All right, now let's get right into this futures watch list and see what's moved markets. All right. So we have Ethereum leading the pack up 1.74, VIX up 1.05, we're at a 17.39 VIX, gold's up 0.65, 30-year bonds being bought, Russell's up 0.12, silver's flat, Dow's down 0.15, ES down 0.43, dollar's down 0.44, Bitcoin down 0.75, Nasdaq's down 0.79, 10-year yield is down 1.13%, underneath that 4.5 yield, crude is down 1.17%. Okay, that's there. Mag 7 Plus. Let's check over in here. You got Broadcom's up 3.27%. Eli Lilly up 1.69%. Nvidia's up 1.05%. Okay, that came over a crucial level yesterday, that 118. That is the gamma monthly flip point now. That could have changed, but that's a major level. We have to see if it continues to be above that level. All right, now laggards. We'll go to the 1%ers. Tesla down 1.11%, Amazon down 1.21%, Apple's down 2.09%, and Google down 7.51%, and AMD, the big loser here, down 9.66%. Now, AMD has been growing like crazy. It just didn't grow as much. I think it grew the data center revenue like 31%, and it was looking for 33 or something like that. Something like that. It's kind of crazy, the bars we set for some of these companies. Now, top sector stocks. We got Disney. Up 0.79. Johnson & Johnson up 0.272. UPS up 2.25. Visa up 0.25. PepsiCo up 0.22. The laggards here. Snowflake down 1.17. Probably have to do something with Google. United Healthcare. United Healthcare is down 2.19%. Uber's down 3.23%. 3.23%. Let's go to my swing trade list. A little more granularity in the markets here. None of these really move markets, but they're important to look at. Who's leading the pack? Workday up 4.05, Enphase up 2.79. I believe they have reported earnings. Gold Junior Miners up 1.43. Vertiv up 1.35. Viking Therapeutics up 1.17. I believe it's AstraZeneca up 1.07, and that's TAP. That's Molson, I believe, up 1.04, and Sealy Tempur-Pedic is up 1.02, and Tilray up 1%. Let's look at the laggards. We have, I believe that is Skyworks, maybe. I believe that's Skyworks. I could be wrong. Chipotle down 4.64. Hershey down 3.55. The Hershey's just getting battered. T-Row price up to down 2.21. Harley Davidson down 1.83. Lyft down 1.78. So rideshare, Uber and Lyft are down. Palantir down 1.58. H&R Block, I believe that is H&R Block, I believe, or Herbalife. I think it's H&R Block. Supermarket Computers down 1.27. Omnicron Group down 1.04, and Lucid down 1.02. There you go for that list. All right, now we're gonna go to the sectors. Okay, let's go sectors. Let's look at leading the pack here. You got healthcare, even though United Healthcare is down, but Eli Lilly is up, so that makes sense. Eli Lilly is the largest holding in XLV, so they're up 0.21. XLF up 0.18. Real estate up 0.10. Discretionary down 0.03. Basic materials down 0.04. Technology down 0.30, and communications, that would be your Google, down 1.38. Okay, down 1.38. And semis is actually flat. You got Nvidia up and AMD down. All right, moving on here to get the economic calendar. We get some news. All right, let's look at that together. All right, today 30-year mortgage came out at 6.97. All right, ADP employment change was at 850. Is at 815. Expecting 150. Let's see how that comes in. Fed Barkin speaks at 9. Then we have data at 9:45. S&P Global Composite Services and this Global Composite PMI. All right, that's at 9:45. 10 a.m. is ISM Services. So these typically tend to move markets a little bit. Okay, then we have a bunch of Fed speaks starting at 1 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to probably stay away until the dust settles after 10 a.m. Okay, now let's look at earnings first. So today before the open, there you go, your Uber, your Disney reported. Okay, Novo Nordisk, that's the weight loss drug. Toyota, Boston Scientific, Stanley Black & Decker. That was all today before the open. Now, after the close today, Ford, Qualcomm, ARM, Viking Therapeutics, Aflac. All right, now tomorrow before the open, Eli Lilly, Roblox, ConocoPhillips, Peloton, Hershey, Bristol Myers Squibb. Okay, Philip Morris. All right, then we could talk about it tomorrow, but Amazon basically is after the close tomorrow. All right, that goes that. We go back to here. Let's look at some news. All right, Alphabet plans massive capex hike. Reports cloud revenue growth slowed. Alphabet said on Tuesday it will spend $75 billion on its AI build-out this year, 29% more than Wall Street expected. There you go. And investors signaled disappointment at a missed cloud revenue target and began showing impatience over profitability. AMD shares tumbled as CEO forecasts declining data center sales, as I talked about earlier. Advanced Micro Devices failed to impress investors waiting for the chipmaker to gain ground against AI heavyweight NVIDIA, even as its quarterly results and revenue outlook exceeded analyst estimates on Tuesday. Then U.S. Postal Service suspends inbound parcels from China and Hong Kong. Walt Disney beats earnings targets with help from Moana 2. Okay. It says Walt Disney sharply outperformed Wall Street's quarterly earning estimates, with results buoyed by the strong holiday box office films of animated sequel Moana 2 and the higher profits of the company's streaming business. China considers probe into Apple's policies and App Store fees. Okay, China's antitrust regulator is preparing for a possible investigation into Apple's policies and App Store fees, Bloomberg News reported. citing people familiar. Let's read this. U.S. stock index futures were down, with the tech-heavy Nasdaq particularly impacted by the drop in Alphabet and AMD shares on pre-market trading after they reported subdued forecasts. Meanwhile, European shares dipped due to losses in automobiles and technology stocks, overshadowing gains in healthcare companies after Novo Nordisk's strong earnings. China's stock and currency, returning from an extended Lunar New Year break, came under pressure from investors who worry about new trade dispute for the U.S. With the U.S. and Japan. The Nikkei ended slightly higher after a session of volatile trading as worries over rising bets for an interest rate hike from Bank of Japan weighed on early gains. In the forex market, the dollar index was down, mainly weighed down by a rising yen. Chinese yuan fell. However, the dollar's gain against the yuan was capped by the People's Bank of China, setting a stronger than expected midpoint rate. Safe haven demand continued to help gold prices rise in a record rally, while oil fell marginally. Qualcomm and Ford are among the companies reporting their results after the market closed. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. I think Chipotle. Let's see, Chipotle company said on Tuesday that if President Donald Trump's proposed tariffs in Mexico go into full effect, the burrito maker would see a roughly 60 basis point impact on its raw material costs. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Anything else to note? Uber. Let's see what Uber. The company surpassed market expectations for the fourth quarter revenue as more people use the ride-hailing platform for office commutes, and its delivery business benefited by strong holiday season demand. Overall, the company's ride-hailing revenue jumped 25%, and delivery revenue rose 21%, both above estimates. Its total revenue of 11.96 billion surpassed analysts' average estimate of 11.77 billion. Gross bookings of 44.2 billion were also higher than expectations, while net profit totaled 6.88 billion, buoyed by a 6.4 billion benefit from a tax valuation release. CEO Dara Khosrowshahi, that's a name, said Uber planned to drive growth in 2025 by offering customer better rates, in part by slowing hikes. Insurance charges are a major expense for ride-hailing firms. All right. Trying to see why United Healthcare is necessarily down. Let's see. And here's that Workday payroll processing company said it would cut around 1,750 jobs, or 8.5 of its current workforce. Guess the market like that. And says Lilly needs a plan to spur weight loss drug sales. All right. Let's say AMD, JP Morgan cuts target price to 130 from 180. Alphabet, Citi cuts target price 229 from 232. Let's see, Cigna, that's healthcare. JP Morgan's cuts target price 405 from 438. Mondelez International cuts target price 59 from 62. And PepsiCo, Morgan Stanley cuts target price to 168 from 185. All right. That is that. Probably going to skip upgrades and downgrades just in the essence of time. All right. Let's go to daily charts. Daily charts. All right, let's look at that SPY. Yesterday, put a lower high in, made, broke the previous day's high, hit around the 9 EMA daily. Now you can see you got resistance right here from the lows of these candles. All right, what are we at now? We're at pretty much 599.40, 599.40. We are pretty much in the middle of yesterday's session, hit by the Google and Amazon earnings. Let's look at the futures. And like I said, we're just in the middle of crap. Remember I mentioned that yesterday, right? So over the 20, below the 50 in futures. Got this little candle inside yesterday's session. Not easy to trade when you're just in the middle of the muddle like this. Okay, that's why yesterday, the market internals were pretty decently strong, even though overall market was stronger. Equal weight was stronger than market cap, which generally isn't the most bullish. So yeah, so basically, you see this little bounce. We came out of it. We pushed up. Um, yeah, let's go to QQQ. Same thing in the middle of the muddle here. Okay, we did make a higher low and a higher high, right? Pushed right up into here, got resistance, right? Where are we at now? 520.50. 520.50. You are at the lower third of yesterday's session. That's with the Google and AMD, right holding the 50-day moving average and the 20-day moving average. Okay, 50 in the 20-day. Now, also the anchored VWAP, right on the anchored VWAP for the QQQ. I don't know if I talked about the SPY's anchored VWAP. Let me see real quick. Yeah, we're above the anchor view up there. All right, let's look at futures of the Nasdaq. Right in the middle of the muddle. Horrible. Look at that. You're just, oh, sorry. Just in the middle of crap. Okay. In the middle of yesterday's session, you can see that, right? Just very indecisive. Very indecisive. Okay. Let's go to triple headed monster. Let's look at the bond market, the dollar, and the VIX. Let's look at those together. All right. Now, today, look, you had a little push up, made a swing high, and now we're losing this 4.51 yield. If you continue, we should go to 4.38. Okay. Now, like I said, it's double fold. Either people are going to buy bonds because of safety, right? Or buy bonds because they're a good deal. And when the yields go lower, stocks can go higher. But it's like I said, it's like a double-edged sword there. All right, so let's look at the dollar now. Dollar's kind of following what the yields are doing. So look, boop, up. Now we're starting to come down to this key support level, 107.58. Let's see what we do here. Now VIX here, we are at a 17.39 VIX. That's still nice as far as volatility. All right, 16 VIX is a plus or minus 1% in the S&P 500. All right, that's the expected move usually. All right, so still nice. Yesterday was just lower volume, right? And I'll talk about what I didn't like about yesterday's market. Okay, now that wraps up that. Now moving on. Okay, we're gonna go to the main event, and that is our market profile and our volume profile. Let me just get that set up for you. All right, we can open this up a little bit. Okay. All right, let's recap yesterday real quick and show you what I didn't like. And I didn't have a trade yesterday. I was very close to going long on the pullback, on this pullback right here. Okay, but let's go over it. All right, so yesterday internals were strong, but like I said, equal weight led market cap weight. The overall market was stronger than the actual stocks that moved the market. Okay, so that's generally not the most bullish. So we opened here, right? Now, this is the most traded price. I talked about this yesterday of the year. 60.25 happens to move down to the most traded price of the month. This keeps flipping back and forth between these two levels. The most traded price of the month was actually up here yesterday with the most traded price of the week. But you could see what I'm talking about. See how these two levels, I talked about these three levels yesterday, right? I said we probably should move in between these. So when we came up here, right, and I was like, all I care about is a pullback. And so I just was like, man, I got to get some type of pullback because I don't like this level. I just didn't like what I saw until we got a liquidation break. Boom. And I literally, 60.42 would have been my entry, stop loss here. I was so close to going in. I still didn't love it, and I didn't take it. Obviously, it would have been a good trade, but that's okay. Okay. That's what happened yesterday. All right, and then you waited for the earnings, right? So let's see this ugly profile. You got distribution here, and you got to go up here, right? So kind of ugly. Now, let's look at some levels together. So, you can see here, there's demand here. All right. You can see that it's the most traded price of the year, most traded price of the month. So this level bulls just have to defend, and they've been doing a good job of it in the overnight. So now we have this weak confluence low. So call it 60.25. The overnight low is about 60.18. About looks like you have right here anchor view over the week and the month is right there as well. Bulls just gotta defend it. Okay, bulls have to defend that. Now you can see the most traded price of the overnight is roughly 60.35. You start moving up, you probably will go up and test this area. So we have a confluence high, right? 60.68 up here is the most traded price of the week. And look, you have the overnight highs from yesterday's session is there as well. Confluence high. So you have if we go up and we break this level, should cause a nice move. If we go down, break this level, should cause a nice move. Or we get rejected and we stay within this range. Okay? That's basically it. Very simple day, right? And every day I'm like waiting for my setup like a lot. I'm just sitting there waiting patiently, going, wow, I'm not interested unless I get this, right? Yesterday it did come to me. I don't know, I didn't like it as much. I didn't trust it, right? So let's get right into scenarios here. We're going to start with the bull. Okay, so we already talked about this. Most traded price right here, 60.25. Overnight low, 60.20. Yesterday's lows, 60.18. This is the area, and you got your month to date and week to date VWAPs right here. I just want to see bulls defend this. Now, you could even say and extend this demand out to here, because you have to find acceptance below this area. So we could actually go like whoop, and then like this. If you get over this, you're going to push up, and you're going to test this 60.68 area, right? And I said that's a weak confluence high. We break this, it could be break, and you could just start. Now there's thin volume in this candle, right? You could start really pushing up and maybe try to fill this gap. Okay, so that's one. You could fall down, but we can also go like this, push up, pull back, hold, and see how high we can go. Okay, that's about all I'm interested in for the long side. Now for the short side, you got to put this level on there again. That's your 60, let's call it 60.69, 60.68, right? 60.25 to 60.18 down here. Okay, so this would be the inverse, right? So what if we come up into the supply and get rejected, come down, and then you got this confluence low here. If you break that, boop, you want to hold, and then we could possibly test this high volume node of 59.88. There's a demand there. All right, if you break that, we're going to go try and go into this unfilled gap down here and test last week's lows, 59.48. Okay, I don't know if you fill that gap, right? Yeah, that has to be, you have to be pretty weak to do that. Now, we can also come up, try to break this, fail, and then we probably just go to here and we balance out. Okay. All right. Now, let's go to NASDAQ. They're very similar setups here. Profile's got a bunch of distribution. That's what I'm talking about. This profile, distribution. And we're just in the middle of the model. Now, what do we have in the NASDAQ? We have ultimate balance. That level is 216. Right here. It's the most traded price of the week and the month. Okay. Then you have another big level. 213.40 is the most traded price of this year. So same kind of thing. You have these major levels. Okay. Major levels. And we're in between them. Prices right here. Chop City. This is all Chop City. Okay. Now, To the upside, right? To the upside, we have this 216 to 216.63, 216.94 encompassing this area, right? And then we have basically this area here, all the way down to 213.40. That's the area that you want to get involved with. Now we do have an overnight low that lines up almost with yesterday's lows, about 214.29. That's important as well. Most traded price of the overnight is about 215. Okay. For me, I just want to be able to get into here to make a decision. I just want to be able to get into this area to make a decision. I don't want to make a decision inside here. Okay. Now let's get right into the scenarios here. They're not going to be that much different than what I just said in the ES. So if we start for the bullish side, all I care about now, the number one first demand I call it confluence low, 214, 214.20s down here. We come down here and we hit yesterday's lows. You got week to date and month to date VWAP here, anchor VWAP 213.97. All right, if you get some love there and you can push back, go through the most traded price of the overnight, then you're going to go up to this level, right? That's ultimate balance level, most traded price of the month and the week, right here, ultimate balance level. Now when I say month, I mean not February, I mean the rolling month. Okay, if there's a lot of supply here, so if you do one of these, boom, break those supplies, hold, this could possibly move up with this thin volume here all the way up until about 218.66. Okay, now again, just like on the ES, you could slip down to this most traded price. If it's not that weak, the market, you can get support here, boop, 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 and I don't think we break out there. I think we probably go here from that side. Okay, now as far as the bear side, all right, we got this level to contend with supply. We got this. Okay, so I just want to be interested in that box and that box. So if it moves up into this area with supply and the most traded price of the month and the week, right, what happens here? Do we find acceptance above this level? If we can't, we do this, boop. It's probably going to be, now depending on the market, it's going to probably, if you're short, you're going to go down, go through this most traded price, and test the weak confluence low here, the end of this demand. If you break that, you got another demand, and you have to deal with the most traded price of this year, 213.40. Now, if you break that, boop, there's a lot of demand down here. Okay, you do have pretty thin volume down here. Okay, you could go a straight shot right into about 211. Just have to see. Okay, those are the scenarios, folks. That's going to be it for me today. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you do, join me every day. All right, subscribe, set that alert, be much appreciated, and if you enjoyed it, smash that like button. Much appreciated. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, now we got our plans. All right, so I like them. It's just going to take a lot of patience to see what plays out. I'll always, market internals drive my trades. Okay, drive my trades, and if I feel like I want to put risk on, I will, and it's an educational video, I will post it to my YouTube shorts and my X account at Gonzo719, TikTok Gonzo719 Trader, and of course my new baby, my Discord server, Confluence Trading. Please come join the community. All right, I interact, I put levels, you get more interaction with me. I usually go live to tell you my thoughts, gamma levels, options trades, a bunch of stuff. So come join. The link is in my homepage of your YouTube channel. Okay, come join me. All right, so that was going to be it for me today, folks. Everybody have a great day. Stay green. No trades to trade. And I'll see everybody tomorrow or in my Discord server today. All right, take it easy. Take it easy, G.